Welcome into Tennessee Titans today. I am Tom Downey. Today's show is all about some potential top free agent targets for Tennessee as they continue to be quite impressive in terms of being able to compete and win football games, even contending against Kansas City and almost winning that game despite some major injuries. So today we will look at some notable potential free agent targets for Tennessee. And the number one by far continues to be Odell Beckham Jr. You look at what the Tennessee Titans have right now at the wide receiving core, and it's not very good. Traylon Burks is hurt. Robert Woods has not looked all that great. And the Odell Beckham, in part because of quarterback play, but the Odell Beckham rumors continue to heat up. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones expressing interest. Teams like the Giants have made public comments. All teams that are contenders. Odell Beckham says he wants to win. And you can win right now in Tennessee. That's been made true year in and year out. Despite maybe the roster not being as good as others, Mike Vrabel does a fantastic job of getting the most out of what he has. The Titans have been left off most lists. I'm not sure they should be. Odell Beckham would instantly provide a bit of a boost to the wide receiving core. Plus, there would be some semblance of chemistry with Robert Woods, who, ironically enough, got hurt when Odell Beckham came in. Woods' recovery, by the way, much faster than OBJ. The goal of adding Beckham is to get him healthy sometime in September, or on the field sometime in December, and he makes an impact for you, like he did with the Rams in 2021 before he unfortunately tore that ACL. Odell Beckham was playing very, very well. He was making splash plays, and he was awesome in the Super Bowl. Might have won MVP that game had he not been hurt. Now, this is not prime OBJ anymore. Yeah, it has to be acknowledged. Even his best year the last 4 years is barely a 1,000-yard season. Although I take that right now for Tennessee, the expectations should be adjusted properly for what Odell Beckham currently offers a team coming off another ACL tear. But I don't know about you guys. I look at this wide receiving core and I go, okay, Robert Woods is probably best as the two. I have hopes for Traylon Burks long-term, but he's banged up right now. Nick Westbrook-Akina, Cody Hollister, Chris Conley, they combined for 4 targets against the Chiefs. And they caught 0 passes. Now, not all of that is their fault. Not all of it is the fault of Malik Willis, who, of course, we know is just, he's young, he's raw, he needs time. You got to have the proper expectations on that front. But you add Odell Beckham, I think every single Titans fan feels better about that wide receiver room. You cannot play Chris Conley, Nick Westbrook-Akina, namely Conley, big snaps. That just makes sense to me. So if you want the Titans to go sign Odell Beckham, show me by liking today's video right now. Take the time, if the ad happens to come here on YouTube, to go like that video to show that you want Tennessee to add Odell Beckham. Let's move to a name we've talked a lot about here on the past. That's Will Fuller, who I am surprised, intrigued, curious, confused why he is unsigned. Now, there was the rumor online. There were 2 different rumors. The first one was Will Fuller retired and chose to go join 100 Thieves and do video games. Not true. That was made up. There was also one where, see, Will Fuller is on the retired list on the NFL, on NFL.com. He's retired. Technically true that he's on that list, but if you didn't play for a team this year, you're on that list. So Odell Beckham, for example, is also on the retired list. It's just like the placeholder for NFL.com. Doesn't actually mean anything. It's not per the NFL. That's just the default programming. It means nothing. So I would have interest in Will Fuller. He brings speed, which you don't really have right now, at least reliable speed, as a vertical threat on the outside. I would have interest in Will Fuller. Now, you got to figure out why he's unsigned, because it is November. All these dudes are unsigned for a reason. OBJ, he's not healthy. Will Fuller, injury concerns there, and he made no impact at all last year in Miami. That was weird and confusing. Is he in shape? Does he want to play football? Is he healthy enough to play football? Got to bring him in for a visit to find that out. Of the 2 receivers, how about you pick one for me? OBJ for Odell Beckham. WF for Will Fuller. You can only sign one. Factor in the money. OBJ is much more expensive. Who would you add? Sound off in the comments. Today's show is made possible by BetUS. You've probably made some money betting on Tennessee this year, whether to cover the spread or win outright. And you bet on them to win the AFC South, you definitely made money because they're going to run away with it. The Colts are a dumpster fire. Imagine hiring Jeff Saturday. Doesn't make any sense to me at all. That's just not It's not how smart teams do business. I don't understand it from in any capacity there. The Jags are not very good. You should be in good shape there. You can make money betting on Tennessee, and BetUS is giving you a 125% deposit bonus when you use promo code CHAT125 at chatsports.com/bet. CHAT125, chatsports.com/bet. $100 down gets you that deposit bonus. Let's go to left tackle now. Look, I think I personally had overestimated the potential impact Eric Fisher could have. I'll also make this note: no disrespect meant to Dennis Daly. I'd like to get somebody else in there. Dennis Daly, to be blunt, has not done a very good job. He's allowed 23 pressures already this season in 400 snaps. That's a really bad ratio. Nicholas Petit-Frere is a penalty machine right now. Aaron Brewer's not that great either. The O-line is not very good in Tennessee. I think at minimum, Fisher would be a better backup to Dennis Daly, if not a better upgrade altogether. They can run block. I think Ben Jones, Nate Davis have been awesome there. I think, honestly, NPF has been pretty solid in that role. Dennis Daly is, I guess he's a better run blocker. Aaron Brewer's fine there. I would bring in Eric Fisher. Speaking of run blocking, that run grade last year per PFF is as good as everyone but Nate Davis and Ben Jones right now based on the current PFF grade. So I would have interest in Eric Fisher. Nobody has. Maybe he wanted too much money. Maybe the sacks were a big-time concern. But if you're going to run the football a lot, I still think Eric Fisher could help you. If the Titans end up making a move, we will break it down for you. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Free videos all season, off-season, preseason long. Don't miss out. Subscribe right now. Let's go to the cornerback room now. AJ Bouye next up here, the cornerback who spent time in Denver, Carolina. I have a lot of faith long-term about Roger McCreary. Christian Fulton didn't have the best start, but he's kind of righted the ship as of late. They've played Terrence Mitchell a lot of snaps here. Caleb Farley can't get on the football field. They've rotated other backups. I'd at least explore a better veteran, even though Elijah Molden is set to make his return in the very near future. AJ Bouye, I think, would be a decent scheme fit for what Tennessee likes to do. He's a veteran, a proven player. He didn't play that great down the stretch, or before his injury, I should say, in 2021 for Carolina. That's a red flag, but guys like Joe Hayden retired. So, unfortunately, there aren't that many great options at corner in the free agency market. But because of your injuries and your youngsters not making the impact, looking at me and Caleb Farley, because I love Farley coming out of Virginia Tech, there have been some red flags there. Maybe look for some depth. Do you think Tennessee should sign a player in free agency? Y for yes, N for no. Sound off in the comments if you want to add somebody in free agency, whether it's offense or defense for Tennessee. We go back now to the offensive line. Bobby Massey, the right tackle. He's been okay-ish throughout his NFL career. Again, I look at what Tennessee is dealing with right now on the offensive line, and Bobby Massey is a right side player. I think mostly right tackle at this point. You've got Nicholas Petit-Frere there. LaRaven Clark's your other backup tackle. Dylan Radunes cannot get on the football field. Huge red flag, but he's a backup guard. NPF goes down. You're in real trouble on the offensive line since you're already got guys like Jamarco Jones and Taylor Lewan on IR. I would explore Massey, a veteran piece, to be a backup right tackle. It's not the best option, but it is November. Good luck finding a lot of great free agents because the time, especially on the offensive line, the time to upgrade it was several months ago. Of those 5 players, if there's one, who do you most want the Titans to go out and acquire? Is it OBJ, Will Fuller, Eric Fisher, Bobby Massey, or AJ Bouye? Let me know in the comments who you want Tennessee to sign of those 5 players discussed on today's Titans video.